All right, I think we should have a prop for this. Let's start today's show with a round of the blame game. Adam, whose fault is it that we've now lost 7 games at home this season?
Moyes.
But Moyes wasn't in charge on Saturday.
As I said, when we got rid of David Moyes, we only got rid of some of the problem. Let's be honest. I mentioned in my review after the game that if you look at that team, you had Carrick and Fletcher at central midfield, obviously not good enough. Nani and Young on the wings, obviously not good enough, can't cross their legs. And then you got Rio, Vidic and Evra at the back. They're on their way out. So you can see we've got a lot of issues in the team. And, you know, there's not just one thing to blame. You got to look at the Glazers, you got to look at Fergie, you got to look at the players, and you got to look at Moyes. So the blame game, the finger can be pointed everywhere.
Carl, welcome.
Welcome. Cheers, mate.
Everyone, this is Carl. Carl, who do you think's at fault, and has Ryan Giggs ruined his managerial ambitions by picking those players?
No, he's definitely not ruined his ambitions. He's got to give everyone a game. He said that before. That's what he'll do. I think there is a hangover from David Moyes. There was always going to be. I heard Benny Milstein speak this morning. He said the same thing. There's going to be a hangover when he changes the play. In the start of the season, it's going to affect it for the last few games. Of course, it is. But starting with Nani and Young was questionable. I would have started with like Welbeck and Shinji, probably. Passing in midfield. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
I heard that he played them because something to do with the Louis van Gaal move, that he wants to give everyone some time so that he can assess them before he comes in. So I think as
well. I think the passing in midfield was too slow. Carrick and Fletcher, square passes too slow, far too slow. Like against Norwich, when we could get up to Mata short, fast passes, it was pedestrian at times of play. It needs to be quicker.
Adam, do you think there's any possibility that Woodward has said to Giggs, you've got to play him, him and him because they're going in the shop window?
Woodward.
The players that maybe are leaving in the summer.
I don't know about that. I mean, the manager that comes in will obviously has his say about who's going to go and whatnot. So unless he's been given advice from Louis van Gaal rather. But you know, we need to get a lot of players out of there. You know, just David Moyes going out the door. It's not all of our problems haven't gone away. And there's some players there that, as Webby said, they're stealing a living. And Ashley Young on 100-odd K a week, having had a laugh. If he's on that much, I deserve a lot more.
All right, so let's move on to Hull Football Tiger Club. Remember Tiger Club? Everyone was that was awesome. Loved a bit of Tiger Club. Anyway, let's move on to Hull. Adam, what do you think our approach to this game should be? Because, I mean, we're going to come 7th, aren't we? Should we play our best possible 11? Should we just play the youngsters? Should we play the older players that are going to leave, give them a farewell? Where do you stand on this?
It's the last home game of the season, so I know I'd like to see Vidic obviously play. Evra as well. Unsure about whether he's going to be here next season. I need Ryan Giggs. If Ryan Giggs does not come in for at least like 15, 20 minutes, there will be a riot. I was just reading something on BBC Sport where he said, I don't know yet. Maybe it will dawn on me on Tuesday that I have to choose myself and put myself on the bench. Giggsy, mate, you should have knew that 2 weeks ago. You have to be on the bench. Like, we need to see him. That's all I care about. We need to see Giggs. And I want to see Januzaj start as well. Where's he been?
Carl?
Yeah, I agree. I think probably Giggs should start the first half in his suit, second half, kit underneath, just whip his shorts off. Oh, shorts on.
I think I'd like to see a sort of 70-minute Superman type reveal, like rip his shirt open and he's got a shirt underneath.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Although he might keep playing, mightn't he?
You never know. He probably got a couple of years in him.
He never knows. He doesn't know what he's doing yet, which is a big thing when people say, do you want the full-time job at Old Trafford? He doesn't really know what to answer because he's not even sure in his mind yet if he wants to carry on another season or carry on with managing.
I think he should keep playing.
Yeah.
The
way he played against Olympiacos has been better than any player that we've had in central midfield all season. So like,
that's not hard, though, is it really?
Ball at his feet, world class. Adam, give us your team to play Hull.
I haven't even. All right, David De Gea in goal. Is Raphael back? I miss Raphael. I want to see him play. He's not back.
Not yet.
Put Corporal Jones at right back then.
Yep.
Paddy Evra left back. Rio and Vidic. Then I'd go Carrick and Fletcher. We play with Carrick, Fletcher, and Mata. And I thought, you know what, that could work well. But it just didn't seem to work. And I think that was partly to do with the striker. So I'd like to see us do that again. Carrick, Fletcher, Mata just in the hole, off Robin Van Persie. I thought Hernandez was poor on the weekend. You see him trying to drop deep and stuff, and that's not what he's about. And as a lone striker, I don't want to see that being played. Nani and Young, please, no. I'd like to see Januzaj and either Welbeck or Kagawa. Let's say Januzaj and Kagawa out wide, Mata in the hole, Carrick Fletcher sitting in central midfield, RVP up top.
Okay, Carl, how do you feel that? How do you feel about that and what you're playing?
I'd be pretty similar, especially at the back. Obviously, De Gea, Jones, Vidic, Rio, Evra. And then in midfield, holding midfielders, Carrick, Giggs, if not Giggs, Fletcher, Valencia out wide on the right, Mata playing in the hole, Shinji out on the left, and then RVP if he's fit enough. I want to see a bit more of him. I want to see him turn it on a little bit and just prove his worth really a little bit. I know he's been injured and there's been a bit of to do with was he 100% behind Moyes. I want to see his commitment to Old Trafford.
Wow, good stuff. Right, let's talk about players that are leaving. So we know Vidic is gone,
yep.
But will we see the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Patrice Evra, Ashley Young, Nani? Do you think they'll be here next season? Hernandez even?
I reckon Rio will definitely stay. I reckon Rio and Patrice Evra will potentially stay unless a move's already sorted for him. I can't see Ashley Young and Nani staying whatsoever. Anderson's obviously out on loan. I would like to see Hernandez stay. He's had a bit of an unfortunate season this season, coming in bits and pieces. When he has come in, he's not really proven his worth, really.
Adam?
We got to get quite a few out of there, haven't we? And we've got to see what the likes of Fletcher can do on a long-term basis, because if he's not up to it, I mean, his performances at time have been inconsistent, and we know we've got a problem in central midfield. I'm not saying Fletcher's going to leave, but we need to look at that area, obviously. The likes of Cleverley, there's been rumours about him going to Everton. Nani, there's been rumours with him, $5 million move away today. $5 million.
That's bargain.
Nani's the type of player to get sold for $5 million and go to a team abroad in Italy or somewhere and absolutely smash it. Yeah. Those kind of players, Nani's, your Youngs, even Valencia, I think probably got place in his squad. But
I hate to say it, but some of those players are kind of throwaway players. You can either keep them or not. I'm not fussed about them. They are throwaway.
And that shows players. The problems that we have. We got players that we don't care whether they're here next year or not, and shows the big problems that we do have in the team. Hernandez, I think we'll see him go. I'd cash up on him, to be fair. Unless the new manager sees a place for him. If Louis van Gaal comes in and he plays this 4-3-3 style, then I don't think Hernandez has a space in the team.
No, there's definitely no position for him in that formation whatsoever. Just won't work.
Right, let's talk about Hull quickly. What dangers do they pose?
They've got good strikers, decent good strikers on the day. Long and Yelovich can be decent on the day. The key there is on the day. El Mohammadi got a bit of pace about him. Livermore and Huddleston run the midfield. Kind of got to watch out for them, really. They
Huddleston will get a game for us, wouldn't he?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, of course he would, yeah.
Oh, man.
Adam, anyone to add?
I know I like Robbie Brady. He's an ex-United boy, but I don't think he's fit for them. They've got a cup final coming up against Arsenal. They'll be wary of Arsenal, the underdogs. So their minds might be on the cup final, and they could be switched off. Our last home game of the season, the fans will be up for it. I don't know if the players will be up for it, but hopefully, with it being Giggs's, Giggs and Vidic's last game, and possibly Rio and Evra's, hopefully we'll go out with a bang this season.
Yeah, right. Go on then, Mac. Prediction.
3-0 to United.
Carl?
I'm going to go 3-1. I think they'll score one.
Oh, controversial. I'm going to say 2-0. And the second goal will be an 82nd minute penalty converted by Ryan Giggs.
Wow.
Giggs will tear you.
That's specific.
And the standard
so
celebration.
If that happens,
shirt off.
You all owe me 20
shirt
quid.
Off, running down a wing, airy chest out, everything.
Yes.
Classic Giggs. All right, guys, thank you very much. Everyone at home, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to FullTimeDEVILS if you haven't already, because it's just awesome. Comment, tell us what team you would play, what you think about Ryan Giggs' future, what you think about Hull, and who's to blame, most importantly. That's interesting. Share this with your mates and give it a little like, because it makes us feel good in here.